Hello guys, my name is Raza Masood. Today we will discuss about what is Scrum board. Friends, let me tell you first that it's a very easy topic to understand, and nowadays you definitely heard about Scrum. A Scrum is basically a methodology for project implementation which is based on agile approach or iterative approach. So today we will discuss that what is basically Scrum board and how we are using Scrum board and what is basically a purpose of Scrum board. So first of all, I would request to please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell option as well. So let's start our tutorial. What is basically Scrum board? Friends, basically remember one thing that we are nowadays Scrum is a very popular approach to implement a project, and a Scrum is basically based on agile or iterative approach in which we work on a sprint based approach. A sprint is basically a 3 to 4 week time period in which we divide the work into multiple chunks, multiple sprints, and we have to deliver a project in a sprint. Sprint means that we will divide the work in a 3 to 4 week time period. For example, if you have 60 tasks you have to deliver, so what you can do, like you can make two sprints of 30 tasks each, so each sprint will be of 3 to 4 week, so that is called sprint. So now what is basically Scrum board? It shows the progress of team, and the team uses Scrum board to plan and track progress during each sprint. So friend, Scrum board, just remember the topic, just remember the definition. Scrum board like some sort of board here, and in which basically teams sit and they basically track the progress means that how things are moving, in what status things are going. For example, it has, first of all, it has these following columns like stories, to do, in progress, testing, and done. What does that mean? Stories. What is a stories? Stories means the work, the user requirements which we have to deliver in a sprint. For example, you have to deliver, for example, 4 stories in this sprint you have to deliver. So what does that mean? Customer requirement. For example, story means if you are making a e-commerce website, and there is one story that user registration is necessary on the e-commerce website. This is one story. Another story is that user can do payment through credit card. This is second story. User can compare one product with another product, so this is the third story. So there's sort of multiple stories would be possible as per the customer requirement, as per the decided by the product owner. These are the stories, the customer requirement. So when we start the project, the stories would be here. Then we pick, as per the team decides, they pick the stories in the to-do list. Then these stories will move into the in progress column, that these are stories are in progress. Then these stories move here in the testing column, and then when they become done, so it will move here. And when all the stories finish, so all the stories will come back, will move from these columns to here. Like that means that the stories will be moving from these columns to do, then in progress, then testing, and then done. And in that way all the stories will move from here to here in the done column. Stories means the customer requirement. To do means the way the stories which we have initiated, which we have selected to start. Then in progress means the team story at which the team is currently working. Testing means that the development is done and now they are testing from customer side or for customer acceptance. And done means that it is done means that customer has accepted these stories, these are the now the completed and now ready to ship. So these are the done stories. If you can see now, this is basically a very easy way to track the progress of a project or a Scrum based project. Friends, remember one thing, that these scrum board is basically maintained like on a glass, on a paper, on a board, some sort of like this, and it is not necessary that it should be on a computer. It is not necessary. You can just simply write on a board, write on a wall, or write on a glass that these are the stories which we have to deliver and at what status they are now at this moment. So the scrum team will basically sit together, they discuss and they update the scrum board. And remember one thing, that it's a very easy way, because the whole team will have a clear visibility of the status of a project, that what is the status of each story and how it is moving, and if it is not moving to other status, then what are the reasons. So this is called the scrum board. What is the purpose of scrum board? It basically used to plan and track the progress of a sprint, of a scrum sprint or a scrum based project. So this is called a tracking mechanism to track the sprint progress. So this is called the scrum board. Scrum board is a very simple way to track the progress of a sprint. It contains these following columns: stories, which are basically customer requirement; to do, the stories which are selected to start; in progress means the stories which are in progress, currently team is working on it; testing means that the stories are tested by the customer; and done means that the customer user stories are now completed and accepted by the customer, so now it is ready to ship, ready to deliver to the customer. So friends, I have tried my level best to explain you this is very a simple idea of a scrum board, and whoever is basically studying the basic fundamentals of scrum, he definitely heard this topic of scrum board. So I realized that I should make a video on this topic, a scrum board, which is now a very common topic, and most of the people whoever are working in a scrum based or agile based approach nowadays in software houses especially, say, so they definitely want to know about scrum board. So that's why I realized I decided to make a video on a scrum board so everyone knows about it. So this is basically an idea to share my knowledge. So friends, thanks for your time, and please share it with your friends and colleague, and please subscribe to my channel as well. So thanks a lot, and that's all from my side. Okay, thank you.